What up? What's going on, guys? So, Sunday morning, and I was reading some comments, and I got a comment last night, and I've got it pulled up here behind me. Actually, behind me, this is a green screen, but I'm going to do that thing, and yeah. So, behind me is a comment on this video I did, how I dial them in. So, it's my new trucks. Obviously, you guys used to see me in previous years riding multiple setups every day. Yeah, like I didn't love anything enough to keep riding it until the truck in this video here came out. This Ace A71, Ace 77 AF1 came out. I love this truck. This is a newly designed, it's been over a year, has to be, truck, but newly designed over the old school Ace. And we seldom see new updates in these trucks. So that's why I'm like trying to tell you that it's not your old Ace. It's the new Ace. But this guy's, John Coleman's totally justified in this question. He says, as a younger dude, 30, the groove in the middle is really odd to me. I don't blame you to think that. He says, every 50-50 grind I ever seen locks in against the wheel on either the hill or toe side on transition, depending on if you're going front side or back side. And eventually you make that groove the way naturally. That way naturally. But in the correct location. Maybe I'm missing something. So, John, I felt like making you this video because I get this comment on all of these videos a lot. They see me grind. Even if they don't know I have a groove, they wonder how, and I have some props, they wonder how I can grind dead center on my trucks. Like, how are you doing that, dude? I gotta leave a comment about it. So, every so often, I gotta do this video. So, if I look closer at your comment, it says, every 50-50 grind I've ever seen. Am I to assume you haven't got the 50-50 grind down? The stand-up 50-50 grind down like that? Quite possibly. And I don't know if this is correct or not, but maybe some of you who are in a learning phase of a 50-50 grind can help me understand when... I know everybody felt the same way I did. When you get a brand new set of trucks, there's no grooves in those trucks, right? So when you get on the coping, you get up here and they get really like this. I don't know, these aren't so smooth because the bolts are hanging out more than the truck. So they're kind of catching on me. But when you get on your first 50-50 grind on brand new trucks, man, you are going back and forth a lot. And for a guy that's 50, who's never learned how to 50-50 grind before in his life, that's scary AF. Like, really bad. So, the reason behind the groove for me, and will I get lucky here? Yes. Hold on. I get some more props. So the reason behind this groove for me was I bought some Gull Wing trucks. I bought that jet black Gull Wing OG Baku truck. This one right here. And it has that groove from back in the 80s. Back in our days. And the first time I got on a mini ramp, not my first time on a mini ramp, but the first time I took these trucks on a mini ramp, I got into a stall and I was starting to try to learn grinds. That's the level of the game I was at. But I break out these Gull Wing trucks after not being on a Gull Wing truck forever, right? Since a child, and never knowing how to 50-50 grind. I had learned the stall and was at the point where I was starting to move the stall along a couple inches. But I hit it on the Gull Wing, and wheel noise, stop. But I hit it on the Gull Wing, And my very first time, I put the coping right there. Like, I'm going to line it up dead center because I'm a newbie. I'm not going to try to get into my first 50-50 grind and say, okay, let me see. I'm going to try locking in here, and then I'm going to try locking in here. You know what? You're scared shitless. You're scared shitless. So my goal is, especially when I don't have a groove, I'm going to line it up here, and I'm going to take whatever I get. Well, that day on the ramp, I put the coping right in that channel on both trucks. Being brand new on a 4-foot, brand new half pipe at that, just sprayed with the Salba sauce, that thing was icy. I hit that coping going for a stall and maybe a couple inches of grind, slide. I hit that coping and I went like 6 feet. Boom! That's what happened to me. So I fell in love with the Gullwing truck. Fast forward, I wanted that same experience on other trucks. And it didn't take much of a groove, man. These are some indies. Didn't take much of a groove. These are 169s. So those are slightly larger than the Gullwing. And then I moved up to the Ace. And I wanted the same ability for me at 50-ish. To be able to get on that coping safely. Now, I understand as a kid, like my boy, like I don't want to give him that. I don't want to give him that groove. But the more you do it, shit happens, man. You won't wind up. You won't wind up in the groove. And I have many videos on my channel where I'm front side grinding. So this is the front of my board. Locked in like this. Sometimes I'll be front side grinding locked in like this. Sometimes I'm in my groove on the back and I'm up against the wheel here. Sometimes I'm in the groove on the back and I'm locked up against the wheel here. And other times I'm on the kingpins. And those on the kingpin grinds, honestly, to me, they feel the best. It's like a roller coaster ride, man, at Disneyland. Like when I hook up there, I'm in it for the long haul, man. I can just shoot. And I feel like placement on a backside and a frontside grind is real easy to go center than to go angled. And the more you do everything, the more you're going to get it. But dude, I'm not some young buck. You know? I'm some OG dude. And I never learned how to grind before in my life. I did it in older age. And I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't be doing those grinds at all. And if I did, they'd be fully decked, really wimpy. You know, there's a lot of people that say, oh yeah, I can stand up grind, and they're basically rolling on the coping. You know, like this. You get your wheels locked up, and then you're rolling, and this is a really short half pipe here, quarter pipe. But you know, you're rolling on the top. And I don't really count that. Like, you're rolling on the deck, and you're dropping in from your axles, and that's cool. But it's a hack move, man, you know, and it works for me, and it's made it that I'm able to do it. And the more and more and more I do it, I don't have to grind that way. If I land locked up corner to corner, I can pull it off now. But the point is, would I have stuck with it in the beginning, taking more slams and having less fear? Sometimes we need just whatever it is to get us over the hump to where we can practice and try things. So that's why I did it.